What is going on, everybody? It is your boy, back at it with another review. And today we're starting yet another brand new review series for the channel. And today we're going to be starting our Karate Kid review series. But before we get into actual beginning of the review, what's up, guys? Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel, because number one, it's absolutely free, and number two, also maybe able to YouTube algorithm recommend the video to more people, and maybe they could join there, guys. And feel free to comment your thoughts on the original Karate Kid down below. But with that being said, guys, let's grind to. Before grind to, let's give a quick plot synopsis of the film, shall we? So transition and choose them, yeah. Daniel moves to Southern California with his mother Lucille, but quickly finds himself the target of a group of bullies who study karate at the Cobra Kai dojo. Fortunately, Daniel befriends Mr. Miyagi, an unassuming repairman who just happens to be a martial arts master himself. Miyagi takes Daniel under his wing, training him in a more compassionate form of karate and preparing him to compete against the brutal Cobra Kai. Alright, so, of course, if you guys couldn't tell, this is a review series, of course, building up to the newest film in the Karate Kid franchise, that, of course, being Karate Kid Legends. And, as for this film, let's just get into the actual beginning of the review itself, shall we? Alright, so starting off with the good, we always start off with the good here for our movie reviews, and I'm gonna cut right to the chase. I do not have a single mixed or bad thing to say about this movie. This and a Goofy movie go back and forth for my 10th favorite movie of all time. I think this is truly a perfect movie, no doubt in my mind. So, with that being said, let's just talk about all the great things about this movie. Number one in here, the characters. The characters, even the smaller characters in here that don't really pop out as much, they do get more development in Cobra Kai, so that kind of makes this film a lot better. For example, with Johnny as a character, he gets better developed in Cobra Kai, and he's a decent little villain for Daniel in this film. As well, you do have great characters in their own right, just in general in this film, with Daniel LaRusso, of course, Ralph Macchio's most famous role, probably. It's up there for sure. Then also Mr. Miyagi, honestly, he might be in my top, 50 favorite fictional characters of all time. Definitely one of my favorite, more mentorship roles. I love his character and well, while we just talk about it right now, the dynamic between him and Miyagi and Daniel, I think, is still great in this film. And even though the sequels, I do admit, aren't as good as this film, I still think throughout the whole entire franchise, they do a good job of building out the relationship between these two characters. And as for the first film, this was a great way of them doing that. As well, I think the 80s soundtrack is in here. I mean, if you're talking about the soundtrack for this movie, you gotta be talking about You're the Best Around, probably the most iconic theme song from the movie. Then you also have Young Hearts, Bop Bop on the Beach, The Ride by Matches. So many memorable songs in this. That's great. As well, I do think that the final part of this film with all the fight scenes, I think all the fight scenes are really good, especially for the 80s, and they're very entertaining. That gave us a very satisfying and climactic finale. And overall, as well, there was a cute little romance in here with Daniel, and I forgot what the main love interest in this film was named. I forgot what her name was. But the main relationship between the two of them, I think, is genuinely cute in the movie. Surely they wouldn't mess it up in a sequel.
She tells me that she's just fallen in love with some football player from UCLA.
But that's pretty much all I can come up with. Everything about this film is perfect. I could probably talk about it for a good 30 minutes. That's how much I love this film. So let's bring out the Toxic Mika. And this gets a Not Toxic and A+. This is one in my top 15 favorite movies of all time. Love this film. And easily the best out of this franchise. I don't think any movies topping this one. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's just my thoughts on the original Karate Kid. Be sure to let me know your thoughts on the film down below. But with that being said, guys, I'll see y'all next one, everybody. Peace.